Hey, I'm Patrik Diethelm. I'm a shaper and I just started my brand last year. The name is Patrik Diethelm for the brand as well. And I'm going to explain you how to set up a board with a foot strap, mast track and fin position. The most customers, when they buy a board, they're having a problem to know where to put the straps and the mast track for the first time. Once they use the board for the first time, then they can figure out if move the straps in the back or move the straps forward. But the basic setup, I'm going to explain later where to put them. When you first get your board, you will have the board with the foot straps and a fin, either power box or tuttle box. The difference between power box and tuttle box is actually just the screws, but you cannot move the fin. For a board with 3 straps, you take the fin. This fin is now a power box fin with 1 screw. You put it into the slot. You put the screw into the hole and you tighten the screw. Once your fin is in the box, you take the foot strap. You're gonna align the front of the foot strap with the front of the fin. This is the part where the foot strap starts, and this is the part, the front end of the fin. So you actually adjust exactly on the line. You don't do that, and you don't do that. You have it exactly in the front of the fin. So basically like that. So if we go to this side, you're gonna look now, this is too far back, this is too far forward. So you're gonna find out more or less where the foot strap will be. So if I look now here, this is now the second hole from the back. So I'm gonna fix the foot strap in the second hole from the back. So once I have the back strap, the back hole, I can have in the front exactly the same hole. It was the second from the back, we put it in the second from the back as well. So now you already have the position from the fin to the back strap, front of the fin and front of the strap. For a board with 4 straps, is it actually the same procedure with the board with 3 straps? If you now look, both straps there and there, compared with the fin, it's lined up. Once you know where your back strap is, you have to know where you put your front strap. The front strap, as a basic, you can also put it, as you have it in the second hole, you can put it in the second hole in the front. That's a real basic. But if you're taller, you can move it a bit further forward because you have longer legs. Or if you're a bit shorter, then you put it further back. If you really want to know for your size, you can actually measure the shoulder width. Or if you have a good stance, how wide your foot are apart. So basically, if you take the width of the shoulders from there to the other side. So roughly for me is about 50 to 51. You can also look at a good position with your feet where you're really stable, and you can measure from there to there, so it's around the 50 again. So then you measure from this middle to the middle of the front foot strap. So first, just screw the foot strap into a hole which you think could be alright. You don't even need to fix it completely. You just put the screw into a hole a little bit. Same with the front. Once you have that, you can measure from here from the middle to this middle here. So this is now a 54, which is a bit too much. So I can actually basically take the hole all the way in the back. Then same here. So you can measure again, here the middle to the front, so 51. 51 is a good size for me, so I'm gonna fix the foot strap at 51. So this is now the basic position for me, for my size, from the fin to the back strap to the front strap. And for the mast track, for now, I just take the middle of the mast track and I position the mast foot. So equal and equal. So this is the basic setup from the back strap to the front strap to the mast track. So once you have your basic setup, you go out on the water and then you go have a couple runs and then you have to decide, are you in control or do you have problems control the board? So once you know which way to go, let's say you're out of control, then you can move your foot straps and the mast track a bit more forward, then you have a bit more weight on front of the board and you have more control. The opposite is like when you feel really easy, you have no problem with control, you want more speed. Then you can put the mast track and the foot strap more to the back and the board will be more free and you will have more speed. So now I take this setup and I go on the water and I just try how the board feels. I go a little bit upwind, I go crosswind, I go downwind, maybe try a little jumps if I can. Once I make a couple runs, I come back to the beach and I make a decision, okay, how did it feel? Did it feel easy? Did it feel out of control? Did I have problems with overpowered or whatever? And then from there, I can move my foot strap position and mast track position. Let's say I'm out of control, I'm overpowered and my board feels really, really nervous. So what I can do, I have now those foot straps all in the first hole, all the way in the back. So probably this is a bit extreme and I can move those foot straps to the front. So I have my legs a bit wider, which is more stable, and I also have a little bit more weight in the front of the board, which is holding the board down in overpowered conditions. I also can, if I want, move the mast track 1 centimeter further forward to also have the weight of the rig further forward, which is stabilizing the board as well. On the other hand, let's say if the board feels too sticky on the water, it's very easy to sail, I wish more speed, I can do the opposite. I move the mast track from the middle where I had it before, further back, which is helping me already that my body position is further back and the rig is further back, which is freeing the board and gives me more speed. If this is still not enough, I try to move the foot straps further back. In this case, this foot strap is already in the back, but here in the back strap I still have one hole. So I could, if I want, move even the back strap one hole further back to try to put more weight in the back of the board to get more speed. Everything I just showed now, with all the foot strap position and the mast strap position, this is a real basic. At the end of the day, everyone has to find out himself what is the best foot strap position. Even me as a pro windsurfer, I have no choice. Sometimes I don't know what I want and I just move. When they're in the back, I move them forward. I try, maybe it feels better. So don't give up, always try.